Eric needed to get away. The city was suffocating. Blaring horns, endless chatter, the kind of noise that clawed into your brain and never let go. So when he found Black Hollow campsite listed in an old travel forum, described as isolated and peacefully forgotten, he jumped at the chance. A weekend alone in the woods sounded perfect. He arrived late Friday afternoon. The trail was barely marked, winding through dense trees that blotted out most of the sky. By the time he pitched his tent near the edge of a small clearing, the sun had started to sink, bleeding red across the forest floor. He lit a fire, roasted some sausages, and listened to the quiet. No traffic, no voices, just wind in the trees and the occasional hoot of an owl. That night, Eric fell asleep easily. At 3:28 a.m., he woke to a soft noise, like someone whispering nearby. He held his breath, listening. Just wind, he thought. He thought, trees creaking. He turned over and pulled his sleeping bag tighter. Then came the dragging sound, slow and deliberate, something brushing along the outside of his tent wall. Eric froze. "Hello?" he called out, voice thin. No answer. He unzipped the flap and shone his flashlight around. Nothing. No tracks, no rustling, just the trees swaying gently. Still, the feeling of being watched clung to him like damp air. He slept fitfully. By morning, the unease hadn't left. At the ranger's cabin, he found it abandoned. Dusty, empty, and cold. The logbook had been torn in half, pages scattered. No recent entries, no cell service either. He tried to laugh it off. Maybe the ranger had stepped out. Maybe the place was just understaffed. He went hiking to distract himself. About an hour into the woods, he found another campsite, but this one looked long abandoned. A collapsed tent, shredded sleeping bag, and an old, weathered cooler. Out of curiosity, Eric opened it. Inside, perfectly dry, was a photograph. It showed a man standing in front of a tent, smiling, alone. Eric's blood ran cold. T was his tent, the same make, same position, same forest. He stared at the photo, a shiver crawling up his spine. Then he heard it again whispering. Closer this time. The words were still unclear, but there was intent. Something wanted him to listen. He turned. Behind him, bare footprints had started forming in the soft dirt, one after the other, as though someone invisible was walking toward him. Eric bolted. He didn't stop running until he was in his car, engine sputtering to life, gravel spraying behind him as he sped off. Home, exhausted and shaking, he unpacked his gear. That's when he saw the photo again inside his backpack. But it had changed. The man was no longer in it. Now the picture showed just the tent, his tent, and something tall and shadowy standing behind it. Closer this time, clearer, and underneath scribbled in faint black ink.
You never left.